Evening, everybody. I see here. A lot of you know I live in New York State, and I just want to touch base on a couple things here in New York. Traffic cameras. I guess the ones that they currently have listed on Interstate 84 and Interstate 87, which is the New York Thruway. And a recent report is that over 100,000 tickets have already been issued to the drivers of these vehicles by these radar cameras. So I'm going to do the math right now. We'll just say 100,000 and what, $200 a ticket? Times 200. 2 million? Easy. And just what? Less than a month? Where's the money going? There's really no reason for New York State to install traffic cameras if the excuse was through a work zone. How many tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars did the state waste on installing those cameras when, if it's just for work zones like they stated, portable speed bumps would work just as well, and it would be 1,000 times cheaper. And if the speed bump broke, it's what, a couple $100 to replace one? So this is just a plan to get more money out of the taxpayers by rigging up these cameras and then mailing you a ticket. So let's put it this way. You own a car, you let your wife drive the car, she goes a little bit faster than normal through a work zone, you get the ticket. Or your neighbor borrows your car because theirs is broken down, you get the ticket. You have to know for a fact that the person that owns the car was driving the car in order for that ticket to be valid, as far as I'm concerned. Also, if I recall correctly, under federal law, when you're presented with a speeding ticket, the person that is stopped for a speeding violation has the right to see the readout of the radar gun. Now, unless the law has changed since the 1990s, that right there is going to make these camera speed traps, I guess you want to call them, null and void. Okay, now another nice little tidbit here in New York State. I'm going to specify Erie County. I just read tonight. People that come here on vacation and they rent out a house temporarily or an apartment temporarily for like a month or so will be charged an extra 3% tax to go to the county. What's the deal on that? It ain't the county's business as long as the owner of the building pays their taxes. What they do outside of that is not the county's business. We don't need people to be jumping into individual homes and dealing something like that. But then again, it's New York. Governor Hochul and the Democrats recently passed a law saying that if you have an infectious disease and they feel that you are a threat to the community, they have the right to forcibly enter your home and drag you out and place you into a containment facility. Well, history says, let's repeat itself. 1939, the Nazis under Adolf Hitler required all the Jews to wear yellow stars upon their clothing so that they could be identified from a distance. Then, in an effort to control the situation, the Nazis told all the Jewish citizens in Germany and other places they were being moved to relocation camps where they would live among their peers and not be a threat to the rest of the community. And it turns out that was Dachau, Auschwitz, the other death camps where after they forced labored the men and the women. Joseph Mengele took females and experimented on them, and children, and experimented on them. And then when they finished with the bodies, they gassed some. Most of them were gassed, some were incinerated, but they also took the flesh off the bodies and made lampshades out of them, and, little coasters and stuff like that. So I don't like the idea when somebody says they're going to forcibly come into your home and remove you because the state says so. This United States, this is not a communist country, and it's going to face a lot of time in courts on this one. Or there's going to be a lot of physical rebellion by people trying to be forcibly removed from their homes by the state. Or if they want, they could start using their new title, New York Gestapo. And I guess Governor Hochul considers herself related to Adolf Hitler for agreeing and approving such a foolish statement. All right, but that's it for tonight. Real quick ones. ICY out.